membership fees. Creditors and debtors list that was presented by Dylan. And now it's a review of membership fees. Mihai with a new point.
Mihai, President, the executive has discussed and decided to keep the membership fees as they are for the mandate.
Thank you, Mihai. And now the next point is the annual reception 2020. Okay, my apologies. We have another technical. So Daniela and the rest of the PC, they went through the votes again, and we'll have 26 voting members. So for all of the votings now on, we also expect 26 votes. Clarification of up.
Alina of Austria, but we just did a roll call with 27. So why are we then expecting 26?
Yes, so Mihai with the technical. Drop Daniela with the technical.
Yes, PC counted again, I counted again, we counted 26. That's why we're just clarifying that is 26 voting members and not 27, and apologies for the mistake.
Thank you, Daniela. Mihai with the technical.
Mihai, President, sorry for all of these technicalities. Online is way harder for us to count. We have to count in the chat, and the chat is scrolling very hard, and it can be tricky sometimes. Mistakes can happen. We are trying to move very fast with this to not lose time. Please give us your understanding on this, and please let's try to keep everything as tidy as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihai. And now we will have the annual reception 2020. Sid, you may present your updates. Apologies. Okay, so we'll first have Sid. Apologies, we'll first have annual reception 2020. Okay. Do we have Jess here? Yes, Jess. Jess, we can't hear you if you're talking. Jess, you may present. Jess, clarification.
Can someone please clarify whether I'm supposed to talk about last annual reception or the one coming, because I wasn't aware this was on the agenda.
Mihai with the technical.
Yeah, President, sorry, that is my mistake. It should say 2021. I did not update the agenda when I created it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihai. And now Jess with a new point.
Jess CPA. Still didn't see this on the agenda, but anyway, for the moment, I am looking into proposals about for the annual reception because I would like for it to be live as much as possible. So I haven't discussed it with the executive yet, but that email is coming this week. And also in regards to the topics, I have two stable ones in mind that I'm going to the executive with this week as well. I preferred not to take up their time brainstorming on lots of different topics because at the end of the day, it takes a while to see which would be the most beneficial, not just for the students, but for professionals as well. And also I have come to the conclusion that it needs to be something that myself and the executive are also passionate about, because this is how we will get the word out to students and make it a very beneficial experience for them. If you have any questions on it, feel free to ask me, but that's all I have for now.
Thank you, Jess. Do we have any questions? I see none. And then I will pass facilitation to Alina.
Okay, thank you, Era. So now that we covered this point, we can move on to the next point of the agenda regarding the report of the chairperson of the 43rd EPSA Annual Congress. And for this, Sid, you can have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, good morning, everyone. Just a small technical to say that please add chairperson of the 43rd EPSA Annual Congress 2020, since Gauthier is also the chairperson of the 43rd EPSA Annual Congress 2021. Basically, my team and I tried to have everything what happened in the organization of the 43rd EPSA AC 2020 in Lyon, written in this report. We try to be as exhaustive and concise in order to give the opportunity to the next generation to follow what happened and to improve the things and to go further. If you have any question, please, I would be happy to answer.
Mihai?
Mihai, President. So I would like to thank Sid and the RC for all the work they put in the organization of the event. Unfortunately, due to causes that do not depend on us, it wasn't able to happen in 2020. I'm absolutely sure you are going to offer an amazing experience in April and that the same quality standard will be maintained. Your report does outline some communication issues faced last mandate, and we appreciate your transparency. Mistakes were done by both the executives and the RC, but at the end of the day, there were ways found to ensure a smooth collaboration and communication. We want to thank the RC for their involvement, and we're looking forward to collaborate with the current RC and to bring pharmacy students and knowledge together once again.
Okay, thank you, Mihai. Are there any more comments or questions on the updates? I see none. Are there any more comments on the report itself? KNPSV?
The KNPSV Netherlands. You mentioned that the behavior of the executive felt like they were tigers at top and on the top of the hill. What do you think that the executive or either the reception committee could change to prevent this in the future? Thank you.
Sid?
Yes, basically, as said in my report, unfortunately, it was not the first year this kind of behavior was noted. Let's say it like this, and from some years ago, we still have this kind of problem. I would say communication. It's very important just for everyone to communicate. It's very important for everyone to feel that we are part of the same team, going and working for the same goal. And I think that for this, sometimes it lacked, basically. So I would say communication plus.
Next, we have a new point from Vasafere.
Miruna Feasfere, Romania. We have seen in your report that communication with the participants has been considered as very time-consuming. We would kindly suggest that for the future events, both RC and LSs to collaborate and make such activity less stressful, as this will assure participants that things are going as planned, thus making the event planning process an easier and smoother experience. Thank you.
Next, we have Maeva with a new point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maeva VPIA. Yeah, thank you, Sid, for your report. I just wanted to state as well that after the submission of the report together with Mihai President, we also had a call with Sid to discuss improvements and how everything can be improved and increased for the future, and we will surely follow up on all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Maeva. Next, we have KNPSV.
Kathy, KNPSV Netherlands. This is more like a typo, but you misspelled the name of Anna Smith. Thank you.
Okay, I see no more comments or questions on this report. Mihai with a direct, I believe.
Mihai President, we can amend this before we store the final version of the report. So Sid, if you would be kind enough to send us the corrected version, that will be the one stored in the EPSA archives. Thanks.
Okay, so now we can proceed to the voting on the motion. And the motion reads, the 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the chairperson of the 33rd Annual Congress 2020 report. I open the floor for discussion. Thank you, Jess. Mihai with the technical.
Mihai President, I close the floor for discussions.
Okay, so now I read the motion again. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the chairperson of the the report of the chairperson of the 33rd Annual Congress 2020. So I draw a line and I please ask all of you to write for, against, or abstain in the chats. Okay, we counted 25 votes for. So the motion is carried. And we can move on to the next point of the agenda, the 2020 EPSA Summer University Chairperson reports. Yes, Serena, you can go.
Hi, Sorina, I will just say chairperson of the 22nd Summer University. So right now, not really a VPPR. Maybe I also add, as Sid suggested, to also add the year, since we are keeping the same number for the next Summer University as well. As for my updates, well, since the submission of my report, I was constantly in contact with Dylan for the payment of the loan from EPSA, and also to send him the proof of payment. Oh, okay. And I just follow up on signing the cancellation contract from FSFR side, SSSB side. So we are still missing a few signatures, but hopefully those will be done by the end of this week, beginning of the next one. Other than that, that will be all. I will just like to thank you all for joining us in this crazy ride, and mostly my RC and my helping team, but I would also like to thank all the EPSA teams that I've been working with, and I'm sure that I don't know, this would have been a really good event, but unfortunately this happened.
Thank you, Serena. Next we have Mihai.
Mihai, President, I would like to thank you, Sorina, and the whole RC for all the work put in the organization of the event. Unfortunately, as I have stated earlier, it could not happen due to everything that is happening right now. I am absolutely sure it would have been an amazing event, and it would have been a perfect way to end the 2019-2020's journey, and also to start the journey of this team. What can I say? Personally, I am sad that this event in Romania could not happen, but thank you for all the work put in, and I'm sure that EPSA will have something to learn from all of this.
Thank you, Mihai. Are there any more comments or questions on this report? Vasevere?
Miruna Feasfere, Romania. We would like to congratulate you on the EPSA Summer Forum. Great job. Thank you.
And with this, I see no more new points in the chat. So I believe we can move on to the voting. And first I will read the motion. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the chairperson of the 22nd Summer University 2020 reports. I open the floor for discussion. Mihai, with the technical.
Mihai, President, I close the floor for discussions.
I will read the motion again. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the chairperson of the 22nd Summer University 2020 reports. PC draw a line, and I ask the ODs to write for, against, or abstain in the chat. Okay, PC counted 24 votes. We need 26, so please pay attention and vote if you didn't have. Yes, 26, thank you, and please pay attention next time to vote early. Okay, so the motion is carried. And with this, we can move on to the next point. The chairperson of the 16th EPSA Autumn Assembly Financial Report.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes, great. Greetings from Croatia. I believe that you have seen my final financial report in your GA packages, but I would also like to share the screen with you. Can you see the screen now? No, they cannot see the screen. Just a second. Yeah, kužim. Okay, I believe that now you can see it. So this is incomes sheet, expenses sheet, and final balance. What should I say? In the incomes, you can see the bank transfers, a lot of cash transfers. This is mostly due to the fact that we had a lot of payment fees from the bank. It was the bank, for every transaction, the bank was taking approximately €7. You were informed about it. It was a really unpleasant situation for us, but that happened due to unknown reasons for us. Can I zoom? Yes. But anyhow, those cash transfers and those payments for insufficient payments were communicated with the participants, and it was all fine. We had some money from EPSA support fund budget, from EPSA's contribution to speakers' accommodation expenses, sponsorships, donations, and also we had financial support from our faculty and from our university. On the other side, you can see a lot of expenses, most of which were there as paying for the services from our tourist agency. Tourist agency was our main collaborator on this event, and they were, let's say, organizers of, as you can see here in this sheet, autumn assembly, gala dinner, Congress tour, coffee breaks, alumni weekend, and so on and so on. So like 70%, 80% of our total budget went to the tourist agency. Also here we had a lot of expenses for bus transfer, for t-shirts. You remember you got personalized t-shirts, so they were a little bit expensive. We spent a lot, of course, for social program, for promotion, for pre-Congress tour, some additional expenses that weren't made in the collaboration with the tourist agency by those are our own expenses. Alumni weekend as well, some additional food and beverage, educational program expenses, other, mostly RC needs, and unforeseen. We have lost keys, we had damage on the international night floor and the bathroom, and we paid for the medical service for one of the injured uninsured participants. But I would say those are mostly normal side effects of organizing the Congress. So I would not say that these unforeseen budget, that these unforeseen money, unforeseen expenses represented a problem for us. Finally, you can see the balance here. And that's it. I'm ready to take your questions.
Thank you, Marijn, for your presentation. Are there any comments or questions on this? Eva?
Hi, Eva, alumna. I just, I was president 18-19, so I was one of the teams
working with your RC, and I just want to thank you on behalf of, I'm pretty sure, our whole team, or at least our executive, for the amazing work you did, and yeah, for the really good collaboration that we had together.
Next, we have BPSA with a clarification.
Sebastian, BPSA UK. Thanks for the presentation. Can you just clarify the €7 bank transfer fee? Thanks. Like what is the
yeah,
situation?
thank you. Thank you for the question. That's the bank policy. The policy of all the banks here in Croatia when doing international transfers within SEPA countries. And we really didn't know that. Sorry, Bianca. We really didn't know that at the time of creating our bank account. And when the participation fees started to be collected on our account, we were just seeing for every fee €7 being deducted, then contacted the bank and then find out those catastrophic news that the catastrophic policy, that's how it is. I don't know. We communicated it all with the EPSA executive after that, with the participants after that, and we were completely transparent about it.
BPSA with a direct.
Sorry, my mic was on. Sebastian, BPSA UK. So would you recommend in future, if there is an event that's held in Croatia, that the delegates would give the money to their association, and then the association would pay all the fees in one bank transfer instead?
Yes. I'm waiting for Bianca. Actually, I have to write down. Yes. I forgot how this works.
Yes, Marin, you can go.
Thank you. Marin, AA 19 chairperson. Yes, Sebastian, that's exactly what I'm suggesting. It will be way cheaper for everyone.
Mihai with a new point.
Yeah, Mihai, IPP. I also want to thank Mari and the whole RC for the amazing event they did last year on behalf of the exec 1920. Thank you.
Are there any more questions? Mihai?
Mihai, President, on behalf of the Executive 2020-2021, I want to thank you for the good communication we had and for the fact that the report was delivered in time and that it was good and it was forwarded to the GA without any issues. Thank you.
I see no more comments or questions in the chat, so we can move on to the voting.
Stop sharing.
Yes, thank you, PC. So I will read the motion. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the 16th EPSA Autumn Assembly final financial reports. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. Yes, Jelle?
Jelle, audit committee member. After auditing the 16th EPSA Autumn Assembly final financial report, the audit committee recommends the General Assembly on its approval.
Mihai?
Mihai, President, I close the floor for discussions.
I will read the motion again. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the 16th EPSA Autumn Assembly Final Financial Report. Please write for, against, or abstain in the chat. We counted 24 votes. We're missing 2 votes. 1 vote. We will wait for the last vote. Okay, so now we have only 25 votes for, and the motion is carried. Mihai with the technical. It's dropped. The next point on the agenda is the chairperson of the 22nd EPSA Summer University Final Financial Report. Mihai with the technical.
Mihai, President, the report was in the GA package and everyone was able to see it. I see that we have no questions and everything was said earlier about at the point of the chairperson report. So I propose to just go to the motion for now.
Okay, I will read the motion. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the 22nd Summer University 2020 Final Financial Report. I open the floor for discussion on the motion. Mihai.
Mihai, President, I want to thank the RC for the transparency. This report was not yet mandated. I was planning to discuss within the executive, an executive motion to ask the RC to submit such a report and vote it on the next GA, but the RC was proactive and have done it anyway. So many thanks for this. From what I have understood, the report looks good. So congratulations on that. Thank you for the great communication we had, and hopefully we'll have another event in Romania.
Thank you, Mihai. Jelle.
Yes, Jelle, Audit Committee member. After reviewing the 22nd Summer University 2020 Final Financial Report, the Audit Committee recommends the General Assembly for its approval.
Daniela with the technical.
Yes, I would like to ask SFD Lithuania to pay attention. They did not vote the previous time. Please be more careful when we're doing motions and we're voting. Thank you.
Mihai with the technical.
Mihai, President, I close the floor for discussions.
I'll read the motion again. The 16th EPSA General Assembly accepts the 22nd Summer University 2020 final financial report. Please write vote for, against, or abstain in the chat. We counted 26 votes, so the motion is carried unanimously. Mihai with a technical.
Mihai, President, the original agenda said that we'll have updates for events after this, and then we'll announce the open calls. Since we moved the updates for events, I would like to propose to do the open calls now and only do regulation changes in the next session. Do you agree with this? Can I see a yes or no in the chat? Thank you for your understanding. So let's discuss this now.
Oana?
Juana, event coordinator. I will be very brief about this promise. As you will very well know, we have the open calls for future EPSA events, starting with the AA21 and ending with the SU 2023. This means we currently have no host for these, and so far we did not receive any bid. There were interested member associations in some of these events, especially in Annual Congress 2022. We very much hope that these member associations will submit their bid. We are here to help you with whatever kind of need you have, whether you need us to provide more information on how to organize an event, provide materials, examples. We had relaxed calls with the member associations who were interested. And if you wish to find out more, you can also request us to have that kind of call with you. So yeah, we're here for any kind of advice you might need. And I know these are difficult times when we don't really feel comfortable to take on such a responsibility, but I promise the EPSA team will be by your side while you organize these events, and we have a lot of time in front of us to make sure everything goes right. And I'm looking forward to your text messages, whatever, to discuss more about events.
Mihai?
Mihai, President, do we have any members in the GA that are at least remotely considering hosting a future EPSA event? And that would like to share this with us at this moment?
First we have GPSF.
George, GPSF, LS Greece. We are considering to host one of these events that they are presented here. However, we need to have more discussions with our board in order to make sure which events we choose eventually. Thank you.
Next we have KNPSV.
Kathy, KNPSV Netherlands. We're also very interested in hosting one of these events, but it will probably be in the year 2023. So Thank you.
Mihai with a technical.
And on this great news, I would like to ask Daniela to perform a roll call and to end this session.
Gladly. Okay. Last one for the session, guys. We can do this. Okay. Do we have a line in the chat? Yes, we do. Great. AFO Austria, BPSO Belgium, BPHSA Bulgaria, EPSA Cyprus, USF Czech Republic, FIPSA Finland, ANEP France, BPHD Germany, GPSF Greece, IPSA Ireland, LPSA Latvia, SFD Lithuania, PSA North Macedonia, KIDO, ENDO, PIDO, SDO, VIDO, the Netherlands, NOPSA Norway, BPSA Poland, APF Portugal, FASFER Romania, NAPSR Serbia, PSA Slovakia, SHISTF the Slovenia, FEF Spain, SNAP Sweden, ATSEP Switzerland, UPS International Turkey, BPSA United Kingdom. Okay, we have 26 voting members present.
And I suspend the standing orders. We will be back at 14 sharp, and we will be discussing regulation changes, and this will be it for the weekend. Thank you very much for attending so far, and looking forward to see as many of you at 14.